The more kind a person is, the less he seeks validation for his kindness. True kindness does not announce itself, nor does it demand recognition. It exists in quiet actions, in the moments when no one is watching, and in the sacrifices made without expecting anything in return. The world often misinterprets kindness as weakness, but in reality, it is the greatest strength a person can possess. Those who are genuinely kind do not seek applause or acknowledgement because their kindness is not performative. It is a reflection of who they are. Society tends to misunderstand those with kind hearts. Many believe that a kind person is naive, that they do not understand the ways of the world. They assume that because someone is patient, forgiving, and generous, they can be taken advantage of. But the truth is, the more kind a person is, the less they care about societal validation. They do not measure their actions based on how others perceive them. Their kindness is not a tool for manipulation or social gain, it is their nature. Kind people often carry unseen burdens. They listen when others need to be heard, they comfort when others are in pain, and they give even when they have little for themselves. They are the ones who will answer the phone late at night when someone is struggling, the ones who will sacrifice their own comfort to make someone else feel valued. And yet, despite all they give, they ask for so little in return. The more kind a person is, the less they expect reciprocity. They understand that true kindness is a gift, not a transaction. They do not give with the expectation that others will return the favor. This is why they are often the most disappointed in life. They pour love into people who do not always appreciate them, they stand by those who walk away when things get difficult, and they forgive those who may never truly be sorry. But even in the face of heartbreak, they do not change. Their kindness is not contingent on how others treat them, it is a fundamental part of who they are. A truly kind person does not need to be loud about their goodness. They do not need to post about their charity or seek approval for their compassion. They do not look for recognition or validation from the world. They give because they know that love, empathy, and generosity are what truly matter in life. They find fulfillment in knowing that they have made a difference, even if no one ever acknowledges their efforts. But kindness comes with pain. The kinder a person is, the less they are understood. People assume that their willingness to help means they have no boundaries. They believe that because a kind person does not retaliate, they do not feel hurt. But the reality is, kind people hurt deeply. They just choose to carry their pain in silence. They will never make someone else feel guilty for the way they have been treated, nor will they demand justice for every wrong done to them. They simply move forward, believing that their kindness will one day be recognized by the right people. The world can be cruel to those with kind hearts. They are often overlooked, taken for granted, or dismissed as insignificant. People mistake their gentleness for a lack of strength. But true kindness requires more strength than anger ever will. It takes strength to be patient in a world that tests you, to forgive when you have every right to hold a grudge, to continue loving when your heart has been broken time and time again. The more kind a person is, the less they seek revenge. They do not waste energy plotting how to get back at those who have wronged them. They understand that bitterness only poisons the soul, that holding on to resentment does more damage to oneself than to the person who caused the harm. Instead, they choose to let go. They release the pain, the disappointment, and the betrayal. They move on, knowing that their kindness is a reflection of their character, not the actions of those who mistreat them. Kind people live with an unshakable sense of purpose. They are not driven by material success, nor are they consumed by the need for power. Their wealth lies in the love they give, in the lives they touch, and in the quiet ways they make the world a better place. They may not always be the ones in the spotlight, but their impact is far-reaching. The kindness they show ripples outward, affecting people in ways they may never even realize. The more kind a person is, the less they let ego dictate their actions. They do not help others for applause or praise. They do not need to be the center of attention. Their kindness is not an act, it is their essence. They find joy in lifting others up, in being a source of light in a world that can often feel dark. And while their efforts may not always be acknowledged, they do not waver in their commitment to being kind. But even the kindest hearts grow weary. There comes a point when even the strongest souls feel exhausted from constantly giving. The more kind a person is, the less they complain about their struggles, but that does not mean they do not suffer. They carry silent battles, unseen by the world. They continue to pour love into others even when their own cup is empty. And sometimes, they reach a breaking point. Kind people need kindness too. They may not ask for it, they may not demand it, but they long for the same love and understanding they give so freely. They need to be reminded that their efforts are seen, that their presence matters. They need to know that they are appreciated, not just for what they do but for who they are. It is easy to take a kind person for granted. Because they rarely ask for help, because they always seem to have it together, people assume they do not need support. But the truth is, the stronger a person appears, the more battles they have likely fought alone. The more kind a person is, the less they want to burden others with their pain. They would rather suffer in silence than make someone else feel uncomfortable. Yet, the beauty of kindness is that it does not fade, even in the face of adversity. No matter how many times they are hurt, kind people will always choose love. No matter how many times they are let down, they will always believe in the goodness of others. They understand that the world needs more kindness, not less. And they will continue to give, even when it feels like no one is giving back. The more kind a person is, the less they seek external validation because they have already found purpose in their actions. They do not measure their worth based on how others treat them. They know that their kindness is valuable, even if it goes unnoticed. They live with the understanding that true kindness is not about what they receive, it is about what they give. And in giving, they find the greatest fulfillment of all. The world may not always be fair to those with kind hearts, but kindness has a way of returning to those who give it. Maybe not immediately, and maybe not from the people they expect, but in ways they never imagined. Kindness is never wasted. It leaves a mark, it changes lives, and it creates a legacy that lasts long after a person is gone. So, if you are a kind person, keep going. Keep giving. Keep loving. Even when it feels like no one sees you, even when it feels like your kindness is unappreciated, know that you are making a difference. The world needs more people like you. And while kindness may not always be recognized, it is always felt. And that is what truly matters.